Alright folks, gather round because we've got something fresh to talk about today. The BMW iX3. Now before you roll your eyes thinking it's just another electric SUV, trust me, this one's got a lot going on. And no, it's not just about slapping a battery under an X3 and calling it a day. BMW's actually doing something pretty bold here. And yeah, it's Drive Unlimited on the line. Let's get started. So what's the deal? Well, this iX3 is part of BMW's Neue Klasse lineup. Neue Klasse, for those not in the know, is BMW speak for their next-gen platform that's all about EVs. It's like they've hit the reset button on their design, engineering, and tech to build something that feels genuinely fresh. The car's currently in its camo phase, plastered with vinyl wrapping to keep us guessing, but there's plenty we can already pick apart. Let's start with the design, because that's what hits you first, right? From what we can see, the iX3 is keeping some subtle X3 vibes, kind of like it's nodding to the past, but it's also clearly leaning into the future. The front end looks wild. The kidney grille? Yeah, it's still there, but it's gone all futuristic. Think vertical, sculpted, and maybe a little reminiscent of the Vision Neue Klasse concept car. The headlights are wide and sit way out on the corners, giving the whole front end this stretched, aggressive stance. It's got that if you know, you know kind of vibe. On the sides, the profile's clean. Flush door handles? Check. Massive wheels? Double check. Plus we spotted some beefy blue brake calipers, which are usually a telltale sign of something quick. This camo job's hiding a lot, but you can still catch glimpses of a vehicle that's not here to mess around. And let's not skip the paint. BMW's been killing it with those deep, reflective colors that shimmer in the sunlight. It's subtle, but screams premium. Now, here's where things get spicy. The iX3 is rocking the Neue Klasse platform, which is a big deal. This isn't just a repurposed gas-powered X3 chassis, it's built from the ground up for EVs. And get this, the platform's running on 800-volt architecture, which means lightning-fast charging and better performance. You're looking at more range, quicker juice-ups, and improved efficiency across the board. We're also talking about flexibility. This setup can handle everything from single-motor rear-wheel drive to dual-motor all-wheel drive. And, brace yourselves, it can theoretically support 4 motors. Yeah, 4. The iX3 itself probably won't go full crazy with quad motors, but even in dual-motor form, you're looking at up to 600 horsepower. The single-motor version will likely hover around 300, which is still plenty for daily driving. Let's not forget the batteries. BMW's been hyping their new-gen battery tech, and for good reason. They're claiming 20% more energy density, 30% faster charging, and a 30% boost in range compared to their current setups. Do the math, and that means an iX3 could potentially pull off 800 kilometers. Yep, that's about 500 miles on a single charge. That's a road trip without range anxiety kind of range. Now, the interior's still under wraps, but we can take some educated guesses here. BMW's been leaning heavily into sleek, high-tech cabins lately. Expect a big old curved display with all the infotainment bells and whistles. Panoramic vision? Likely. Sustainable materials? Definitely. And of course, the usual BMW touches like customizable ambient lighting, plush seating, and all the connectivity options you could ever want. Oh, and let's talk practicality for a sec. The iX3 should have all the space you need. Think roomy enough for your Costco haul or a weekend getaway with the family. It's not a massive SUV, but it's plenty capable for most people's needs. Here's the thing, BMW's not just chasing numbers with the iX3. Sure, the horsepower and range are impressive, but what really matters is how it drives. BMW knows how to make a car feel good on the road, and the Neue Klasse platform is supposed to take that to the next level. Expect sharp handling, instant torque, and a smooth, refined ride. Basically, all the good stuff you want in an EV without sacrificing that classic BMW feel. And for those of you worried about weight, don't. Yes, EVs tend to be heavier than their gas counterparts, but BMW's been clever about managing it. The low center of gravity, thanks to the battery placement, means you're still getting a sporty, responsive drive. Now, don't start throwing your money at BMW just yet. The iX3 isn't hitting showrooms until 2025. That gives BMW plenty of time to fine-tune the production model and, hopefully, blow us away with the final product. So, what's the takeaway here? The BMW iX3 isn't just another SUV with an electric badge slapped on it. It's the start of a whole new era for BMW. The Neue Klasse platform, the fresh design, the cutting-edge battery tech, it's all pointing to a brand that's serious about the EV game. And honestly, it's exciting to see. Sure, there are still some unanswered questions. What's the pricing going to look like? How does it stack up against competitors like the Tesla Model Y or the Audi Q4 e-tron? And most importantly, will it deliver that signature BMW driving experience we all know and love? Only time will tell. But for now, color us intrigued. The iX3 feels like a statement piece, not just for BMW's SUV lineup, but for the brand's future as a whole. Stay tuned, because this is one story that's only just getting started.